Hi, so in this video I'm going to show the basics of one of the tools that we have developed in pSocrates. The, the purpose of this tool is to be able to write different scripts in different programming languages and then compose them together and execute them together. So this video is really to show the basics of the tools. So there are three fundamental concepts: the concept of variables, commands, and actions. I'm going to start with the comments. So I will create a new script. I give it a name, for example, hello world from command 1. In this program the scripts are called command and they are written in a programming language, so this will be a Python script and it will simply print hello world from command 1. Then I'm going to create another script which will also be a Python script, which will be hello world from command 2. It's a Python script as well, and it will simply print on the screen hello world from command 2. When you have written all your programs here, you just go to the action and you will create an action, and an action is a sequence of commands. So for example, this action, which will be called hello 1 2, will first execute the command hello world from command 1 and then hello world from command 2. Okay, here I have created the action, so I can create another one directly, which is, for example, hello 2 1, which will execute the command 2 followed by the command 1. So here you have on the right, you have the list of commands that will be executed from the top to the bottom. So I create the action, and for example, an action can be composed of other actions as well. For example, I can write an action hello 1 2 2 1, which will execute the action 1 2 followed by the action 2 1. Here next to each action name you have a few buttons. The first one is to play the action. The second one here with the eye is to see the list of commands that the action will execute. Again, it executes from top to bottom. Here to edit the action and to change it. Here to delete it, and here to resort the elements in the list. So for example, if I start by executing hello 1 2, I click and it goes to the console tab, and you can see which command has been executed, the code that actually has been executed, the output, and then a message saying that it has been correctly executed. So here you see the command 1 and then the command 2. If I click on the eye here, I can see that this action will execute the hello 1 2 followed by the hello 2 1. If I click again, it will unroll all the commands that will be executed. So 1 2 2 1, and if I press play, you can see now that the 4 commands have been executed. So that's it. A command is a script written in a given programming language, and you have a list of available language here. And an action is a sequence of commands to execute. Then you have the concept of variables. So I will create a new variable. For example, I will call it woo, and I will give it a value, for example, Vincent. So I add this variable, and the variables can be used in any command irrespective of their programming language. So it's just to share information between the different commands. So for example, command 1 will say hello woo, and command 2 sorry, no, it was command 2, and command 1 will say hello world from woo. In order to refer to a variable, you have to use this syntax, arrobas, and then the opening bracket, the name of the variable, and the closing bracket. Okay, so now if I execute command 1 2, you can see command 1 which executes hello world from command Vincent, and the command 2 which prints hello Vincent from command 2. Now I will show you another type of comments. So we have seen the comments that are of type Python. You can write a command of type shell, which is something that will be executed by your local terminal. You can write an SSH command, which is a command which is executed remotely on a remote machine. Or you can define some SFTP operations, like send a file or receive a file. You can write your command in R, which is very convenient to generate all kinds of plots. And you have this control type of command. So I'm going to show you how it works. This control type of commands is to change the content of variables defined in the programs. So I will show you. I will define a variable called counter. Okay, I don't need to initialize it, and now I can create a new type of comment which will be init counter. This command is of type control. It's the type of operation is set variable, and you have a syntax here which says you have to write the variable name followed by a semicolon and then the value. So I will say counter is equal to 0. So this command will have for effect to modify the value of the variable counter. Then I can define another type of command which is increment counter, which is of type control, and the operation is increment variable, and here I have to enter counter followed by the increment. So here I will add 1 to counter. Then there is another type of control command. I create a new command, it's a control, and it is an if go2, and I will set the operation to if xxz then go2. So here I will say if the variable counter is lower than 3, then I go to line 2. So this is the syntax that you have to use. What it means is now I can create an action. Let's say I will transform my hello world, and I will say hello world from root counter is, and I will print the value of counter. So now I'm going to create a new action which will be, the name is counter test. I will start by initializing the counter, then print the value of my counter, increment it, and then using if go2. So the if go2 command, as you can see, it says that it goes back to line 2 if the counter is lower than 3. This line number has been given by the program here when I assemble the commands within my action. So here, if the counter is lower than 3, it will repeat the action number 2, and then or the next commands as well. So now I click, and as you can see, it has initialized the counter. Then it has executed this command hello world from command Vincent, counter is 0. It increments the counter, it evaluates the if condition, and because the counter is lower than 3, then it executes again the second command, and now the counter is 1. Then later on the counter is 2, and then the condition is not satisfied, so the program terminates. When you are done writing all the commands, variable and action, you can save what we call the interface. So you go to File and save the interface. This will basically save into an XML file your entire set of variables, commands and action.